Hello everybody, it's your Proftrof and we're back again with another video. This was suggested on the Discord or in the comments, I forget where I got this from. It says, it is very funny. What's the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you? Part 1, Hot TikTok 2021. Let's go.
The dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
I'm American, but I gotta take this. Also,
Alright,
freshman
bro.
year of college, my friends and I go up to Canada to have a
First
fun
off, why he looking like a condom? Bro.
weekend, whatever. We're partying, having fun. We don't sleep at all, right? We get to the border. I'm in the backseat, slumped out. Border Patrol knocks on the window. He's asking everyone questions. He comes to me, looks at my passport. Sir, what's your nationality? I go, Louis Barbosa. He goes, no.
Louis.
Sir, what's your nationality? I go, Haitian, Dominican, or Puerto Rican. Choose whichever one. Everyone in the car staring at me like, bro, what are you saying right now? You're about to get us arrested. I'm like,
Bruh.
what am I saying wrong, right? Everyone's looking at me. So the Border Patrol tries to dumb it down for me. He goes, sir, where are you from? I go, New York City.
America.
He goes, okay, so what's your nationality? So now everyone's staring at me and I'm
So the Border Patrol guy knows it, but he wants him to say it.
getting tight. I'm like, yo,
Oh,
what
God.
the fuck is that? He's looking at
What
me.
you
I'm looking at
mean,
him. He's
bruh?
looking at me. He goes, yeah, you're American.
Oh,
Go
damn.
right through.
Damn.
Yo, son, thank God we wasn't coming back from Mexico.
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever
Bruh.
said to you?
Yeah, those are the guys that are the reason that, that's American jokes come up, huh?
I'd like to buy this 6-pack of beer, please.
6-pack of
Cool.
beer.
I just need to see your ID. Here you go. I can't take that. You can't take my passport?
It's a
It's not a valid form of ID. You gotta have American.
bitch. It's a fucking It is the most valid form of ID that you can. It's a
ID
It's a
by
passport!
America. It's an American passport.
It's an
It says
it's
my
an
birthplace
American
is
passport.
Tennessee. You gotta get an American passport to come to America.
Bro, okay, listen. I've been to America. I've bought booze in America. They take my Bulgarian passport. They don't understand shit on it, but the numbers, everything is written in Bulgarian. But you're not gonna take the American passport?
Okay, everybody knows that.
What?
You know that because you have one. That's not true at all. If you're such an American, why can't you just give me your driver's license? Because
Well, can we talk about how I find her face weirder without the editing than with the, made it fatter?
my wallet got stolen.
It's on
And
me.
even if I did have that, you can take a passport. Let me go ask my manager if she'll
Can
make
take a
an exception.
passport, can take this
Hi,
dick.
what seems to be the problem here? Your cashier won't let me use my passport as identification to buy beer. Yeah, you gotta have an American ID to buy alcohol in America. But that's really cool,
Damn,
though.
I
I've
can
never seen
believe
a
this.
passport before. Where are you from? Here!
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an
Why are we
American
playing
has ever said to
Serentango,
you?
brother?
One time I was in high school and this girl
Okay.
asked me what I was. I told her I'm Egyptian.
I'm a big fan of this camera position, staring straight up into her nostrils. Y'all like it as well?
My family's from Egypt. She said, no, tell me the truth. Where are you really from? I told her I'm not lying. I'm from Egypt. She said, no, you don't understand. Egypt literally doesn't exist. And I was like, no, it actually does. I go there
thing
every
is in
summer
Russian.
to visit my family. She's like, no, you don't get it. Egypt literally doesn't exist.
Nah,
The
bro,
US is
this
the
not a
world.
real
There's no
person.
other country.
Nah, no way.
I said, so what are they teaching us in history then? She said, oh no, those are just stories. Egypt doesn't exist.
No, this is not real.
kinda
Nah, I refuse to believe there is a human being like that unless she's like 5. Listen, unless she's like 5, I refuse
Curious.
to
What is
believe
the dumbest
that.
thing an
That
American
that's
has ever
real.
said to you?
Nah.
So I actually made a video about this a good while back, but I'd say
good
most of
while
you
back?
haven't seen it, so I'll just say it again here, considering this is starting to catch
Irish?
on as a trend. So over the summer, I posted a photo of myself at the beach on my Instagram story, just, as you do. And this American replies to the Instagram story. And this is what they said. This is genuinely a word-for-word quote. This is gonna sound stupid, but I dead-ass didn't know you guys had beaches. So I'm sitting there reading this message thinking to
Damn,
myself,
bro.
I live on an island.
Yeah.
What do you think, surrounds it? But as silly as that
Water.
message is, that's the message that started my series on TikTok on American people, which has ended up being by far my most successful series. So I have to be forever thankful for it. Also, I hope you all have a great day.
I'm kind of curious. What is
there.
the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
That wasn't that bad.
Canadian here.
Okay.
Right after I moved to America, I went to the Social Security office so that I could apply for a Social Security number so that I could work in America. I went up to the little kiosk and I punched in that I was applying for my very first social security number.
Cool.
And the man who was working there said, "Excuse me, ma'am, you're going to want to punch in that you're applying for a replacement card, not a new number." And I said, "No, sir, I don't have a social security number. I am applying for the first time." And he said, "And you're an American?" And I said, "No, sir, I actually just moved here from Canada."
I mean, I've done that because when I was doing, you still have to get, no matter what you do in America, you still gotta get a social security. And for me, it wasn't like this at all. Like, I've never met these dumb people in America. I gotta be honest with you. I spent like an actual more than a year in America. I've never met, like, I've met normal people. There's dumb people in Bulgaria as well. What the fuck are y'all? Where are you finding these motherfuckers?
Yes. Ma'am, I have to say, your English is amazing. Yeah.
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever
Listen,
said?
that don't seem like that bad of a thing. I thought, like, in Canada, isn't like I thought French was like in some parts the main language, right?
Do you?
Okay, so I'm Canadian, but I went to elementary and
Yo,
middle
are these all
school
Canadians?
in Florida. During my 7th grade
Oh,
geography
shit.
class, my teacher was doing a presentation
7th.
on pollution. She showed a bar graph showing a bunch of different countries and how much they contributed to pollution. As you may expect, US and China was way at the top. But there was a piece of the graph showing how little Canada contributed. Me being a Canadian, I had a moment of pride and said, "Woohoo, Canada." To which my teacher responded, "Yeah, but that's because there aren't any cars in Canada, sweetie." And I said, "No, there are cars. My dad has one. We moved here.
Nah.
They have streets and
Oh,
highways and everything."
Yeah, you moved here because now you're Americans with American cars, not Canadian anymore. You see all the Canadians with cars move to America. You don't get it.
She said, "Sweetie, those are sleds."
And she was
My
making a
geography
joke.
teacher.
She was making a joke. You
Dumbest thing an American has ever
graded
said to
dummy.
you?
She was making.
When I was younger,
Oh
I
my
worked
God.
at a hotel as a maid, and I was one day going to clean the bathroom in
your
my
hair?
sexy maid outfit. And
doubt that
there
shit.
was a man sitting on the ground drinking the water from the bidet. Oh, he was he like a dog. He's lapping it up. And so I was like, "Sir, that is the bidet. You must not drink from that." He goes, "No, it's very refreshing. It's a fountain." I was like, "No, sir. That's the bidet. It goes up your ass. It goes right up your ass." He did not believe me. He said it tasted so good.
I'm kind of curious. What is
I mean, listen, the water is clean. The dude was probably on drugs and alcohol combined. He was having leave the man to have his good time, okay? Listen.
the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
Okay, so I'm from Indiana. I'm from the Midwest. Temporarily, though, I used to live in Los Angeles before moving out to the East Coast. So one day I was in LA and I was like, okay, like I want to change banks. I no longer want to be with the bank I was currently with. So I go in and I went to the teller and I was like, hey, I just want to close my account if that's okay. They're like, yeah, no problem. And I go, perfect. They're like, can we see your ID? I said, yeah. Hand them my ID, and they're like, I'm so sorry, like, do you have a United States ID? That's just what we're gonna need to go ahead and confirm. I said, that is my Indiana ID. This is my driver's license. I'm from Indiana. And they said, no, I'm so sorry, but this is not a United States ID. Do you have any other form of ID? They're like, this says Indiana. I go, I know. Indiana is a state. I'm from Indiana. And they said, no, I need to see a United States ID.
Oh, God.
And I was just like...
Damn, bruh.
I'm sorry.
Where
What
you
is our
finding
education
these
system?
people?
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing
Where
an
y'all
American
finding
has ever
these
said to you?
people?
So I'm Swiss and Luxembourgish, but I went to the
Swiss
States
and
for
Luxembourgish.
university, more specifically Los Angeles. So I have so many of these because people are fucking stupid out there. At least every 2 weeks I'd get asked if I spoke Swedish because I was from Switzerland. Classic. But then every now and then I'd just be like, fuck it, I might try and say I'm from Luxembourg. Every time I said I'm from Luxembourg, it would be, so like, where in the UK is that? Where? Oh no, it's not in the UK. But okay, where in Germany? Sorry, my bad. Not in Germany. Somewhere else.
Hey, listen, bro, I can't really blame them on this. You're from Luxembourg, baby. Come on, bro, can you blame them? Let's be fucking
I don't
honest.
know where Luxembourg is. Which country is it? It is its own fucking country.
Yeah, keep telling you so. Now you just trigger this. Fuck your country's like this big, brother. Come on.
No, we're small, but we're important too. You fucking bitch.
Nah.
What is the dumbest thing an American has said to you?
Come on,
So
bro.
I know I'm American, but I'm gonna get in on this one.
Shit.
I was staying at a hotel on the strip in Vegas, and I was in the little convenience store just trying to buy a Diet Coke, and a couple in front of me that were from Australia were trying to just buy a pack of cigarettes. And after about 5 attempts, I knew the lady behind the register was never going to understand them. So I offered to them, do you want me to translate for you? And they were like, we're speaking English. And I was like, yeah, I know that. You know that. She doesn't know that. So they were like, yeah, fine. And so I translated for them. And then after they got their cigarettes, they kind of laughed and were like, thanks. And so when I was ordering my Diet Coke, she was like, that would have been so much easier if they spoke English. And I was like, yeah, they're from Australia. They were speaking English. And she goes, they don't speak English there. And I was like, don't ask. What do you think they speak there? And she goes, Australia in ish ease. The fuck?
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
I mean, listen. I've talked to Irish people when I was in America. I needed one of these translators. They spoke English as well. It took me like 3 months to understand a fucking sentence. Can't blame some people. I don't know. Australian accent's not that bad. But I haven't really heard any like bad Australian accents. So maybe they have some very rough accents out there. I don't know.
College psychology class. I meet this girl called Shannon.
Shannon.
She asks me where I'm from. I say Switzerland. She says, Sweden. I just said, she's like, it's because you're blonde, right? Fuck it, I'm just going to play along. Yes, Shannon. And then you can see her trying to relate. But she was probably lying because she had no clue what she was talking about. So Shannon goes, I love Europe. I was in Germany this summer. And it was so nice to see all the history. I'm like, let's call her out. What history, Shannon? I mean, with all the concentration camps and all where the Jews died. I'm like, Shannon, the camps are in Poland. No, but what I meant to say is that I went...
Wait, are all the camps in Poland though? Wait a goddamn... Are all the camps in Poland? Wait, I need to check this. 1 second. Oh, the camps were not in fucking Poland. There was camps in Germany. Of course there was. God damn it.
Hitler's Austrian. She got so mad. She goes, stop, I'm gonna jump out the window, okay? Shannon, you live on the ground floor. Let me take you to the fucking 7th floor. Do a flip.
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you? Here's one of mine. I remember...
How much time you got, motherfucker? I could do this shit all day.
Alright.
I'm going to Florida. Oh, really? Are you driving? Are you flying?
Yo, my guy, your beard does not... It looks like a bird's nest, my guy. I'm sorry.
I drove and it took me 17 hours. 17 hours? How many days is that?
Nah, no way.
I want to visit Europe. Oh, really? What countries are you visiting? Oh, you know, the basics.
The basics?
No, I don't know. There's no tutorial to visiting countries. Do you mean Italy?
Probably
France,
is, actually.
Spain, Portugal? Stop it. Portugal's not in Europe. It is. However, let's pull up a map. That way we know what countries you would like to visit. Okay, now looking at this map, where would you go? I would go to the Netherlands because it's next to Amsterdam. It is the capital city of the Netherlands. We are looking at a map, god damn it!
What's a piece of information that you
Bro,
learned?
I am finding it so hard to believe that most of these are real. Like, this is some... Wow.
It's illegal to know.
If you have like 6 months to spare and you email IKEA and be like, hey, I think I'm missing a piece of this table set, slowly, one by one, piece by piece, month by month, you get that table for free.
What's one really bad thing you did as a child that you kept secret for your entire life and didn't tell nobody?
I have too many of these, okay? And a lot of them involve my grandma's house. As you guys know, my mom used to work 2-3 jobs and she had to sometimes leave me over there. She hated it, I hated it. It was...
Metal detector. Whoop, 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 whoop. Jesus Christ.
My grandma was very abusive verbally and physically. So one day I got sick of her shit.
I mean, if someone punches you in the face, aren't they gonna hurt their hand more than your face with all that metal over there?
Took like 8
Okay, I'll stop now.
I'm gonna burn in hell for this. One day she was really mean to me, so I dumped out all of her medications onto the dining room table, shook them up, and then mixed them all together and started to pour them back into their various bottles, making sure that they didn't go into the bottles they were supposed to go. Thinking to myself, it don't matter which one she grabs, she grab it, oh well. Is she not supposed to take that one? Oh well, I don't care. Also thinking to myself, if she died, oh well. I was 5. Mom knows this story. The only reason she stopped is because my aunt caught me. It was like the time I tried to set the house on fire. Turning the oven on and shutting all the windows. Going outside and waiting. My uncle stopped that one.
Hey, if you've had pretty privilege
Jesus Christ.
like your whole life, can you stitch this and
Yes, girl, let's talk about it because it needs to be talked about. Okay, so let me get my credentials out of the way really quickly. A few years ago, I looked like this. Now I look like this, and that
Damn, your boobs used to be a lot bigger.
has
I'm
given me the
joking.
to experience both the best and the worst that pretty privilege has to offer. Also, not to go super psychological on y'all, at 9 o'clock in the morning, look up the halo effect on Google and learn more about
The what?
this. So now let's
Hulu?
talk about what pretty privilege actually looks like. It's little subtle things that you wouldn't notice before. So for example, not being charged for that extra drink or dessert at a restaurant, having someone offer to put the air in your tires rather than see you struggle doing it. And you can tell me like, oh my God, Kelsey, like maybe people are just good or maybe they're just doing a good deed. And I'm okay, I'm with you, they're doing a good deed, but why didn't they do that good deed when I was 257 pounds, huh? Why
Maybe they were afraid you'd squash them.
that all of a sudden all these good deeds start happening to me the moment I look like this? Because I went from like one good deed happening to me to a year to 10 of them happening to me in a week. That's not a coincidence. I'm sorry.
What has someone said to you that will stick with you forever?
Just because you have lost me as a friend does not mean you have gained me as an enemy. I still want to see you eat, just not at my table.
Tell me the most unfortunate name you've ever run across.
I have been waiting for this one. So my last name is His Cock. Like his cock? Like that's
what?
And I thought that was interesting until I realized my aunt's name is Sharon.
Sharon,
So for a while
his
until
cock?
she got married, she was legally Sharon, his cock.
Damn.
And I just think about that quite frequently.
What's a piece of life advice someone has given you that has stuck with you throughout the years?
Alright, so when I was like 19, my mentor Tyrone told me he wanted me to write down my ideal partner. We were talking about dating, and he said, I want you to write down the ideal woman for your life that you want, all the characteristics, all the qualities. Forget everybody you've ever dated, forget anybody you have in mind. Write your ideal down. So I did this, and what he said to me when I gave him the paper was he basically put a mirror in front of me and said, now go be that person. Because if you met this woman right now, she would run from you.
Damn, bro.
Fast forward 10 years. She ain't running. She ain't running.
Damn, bro.
Go work on yourself.
Growing up, I was always told a tattoo should...
Oh, God. Listen, that's good advice. But, I mean, there's a lot of jokes. I mean, hey, come on. You give that to an 18-year-old, what's he gonna write? Big-ass titties, fat ass, you know, eats ass. Look in the mirror. I mean, what you want me to do, bro? Implants? Fuck, come on.
meanings. So stitch this and show me your most meaningless tattoo.
That's...
I like breakfast. A lot.
It's considered trashy if you're poor, but classy if you're...
Okay, this is really old, but kind of...
Wait, what? What's considered trashy if you're poor, but classy if you're rich?
Trashy if you're poor, but classy if you're...
Okay, this is really old, but kind of still relevant. But everything minority kids had to wear because they were poor. I'm talking Reebok, I'm talking Fila, I'm talking Champion. Shoelaces as belts. So imagine me and my mom's surprise when we walked into an Urban Outfitters. What we were doing in Urban Outfitters, I will never fully know. We saw a Champion sweater for $60. And I will never forget that you could buy Champion for like $10 at Walmart. And I would get made fun of for that crap.
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you? Here's one of mine. I only...
How much time you
Listen,
got?
in Bulgaria, most of us are not very well off, so we don't really make fun of each other for being poor, because everybody's fucking poor unless you're kind of lucky.
Motherfucker, I could do this shit all day.
Oh, let's just do it again.
I'm going to Florida.
Wait, this already...
Oh, really?
This was already...
Are you driving or are you flying?
This was already
I
in the
drove
fucking
and
video.
It took me
there.
17 hours.
Hey,
17
fam.
hours? How many days?
Fam.
Spain. We are looking at a map.
Fam, that was in the... It's in the same fucking video, fam. It is right here. Alright, okay, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Listen, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Let me know what y'all think. Have you had any, what's the dumbest thing someone said for you? I don't care if he's American or not, just let me know. Like, I struggle to believe that half of these are plausible. Listen, I'm struggling to believe that these things can happen IRL. Unless you're talking to children, which is normal that they're dumbasses, but... I don't know. I refuse to believe this shit. Anyway, quick thank you to you, to members of Patreons. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Have a nice day, everybody. Bye-bye.